Hello, Vidargavia here, and welcome to this Minecraft 1.13 Let's Play from Prismarine Bay. I hope you're alright, guys. I hope you're alright. Now, we are in pre-release 3. Pre-release 3. We're getting very close to release, I would reckon. And I just want to point out some of the... It's mostly bug fixes by now, guys. Mostly bug fixes. I just want to point out some of the news since last time. So we have this bark log, the stripped oak log, right? We have the stripped logs. Now we also have these, which are basically the same as these, but without the gear rings on two sides. And also we got the old bark block back. They had a period here where they changed this out for something that looked a bit like a pillar. So if you know the prismarine, the purple pillar. It looks a bit like that on two ends, a bit like this log here, but now they've changed it back, which I'm really grateful for. Also, some other things that has happened. There was leaves missing in some of the pre-releases here, but they now seem to be back, partly anyway. Those are still missing, and those are, but these are back, and I don't know. So if you have your own world, check your manually placed leaves and see if they are there. Our villagers are doing fine, and everything is dandy, except I have a little bit of a problem, but we will get back to that later on today. Now, I have been mining, guys. I've been mining, and in this here double chest is the contents of my mining. We're gonna do a little time lapse. You go ahead, guys. Guess how much diamonds, redstone, lapis, and so on and so forth I found. I mined for half an hour. Leave a comment about it and see how close you were. Alright, guys, I hope you liked that little short time lapse, and here is the results. 10 diamonds, guys. I don't have fortune, and also, I don't know if you noticed, but I broke my pickaxe. I need to fix that. I have a guy selling them down there, so I should be alright. But yeah, 10 diamonds, a stack and 4 lapis. Not too shabby. I was quite lucky with the lapis. Only 53 iron. That's actually why I came down into the mines. So I'm kind of disappointed with that. 6 gold, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 56 stacks of redstone. 54 odd coal, maybe a little bit more, but I did have a stack of coal with me down, so this is like the surplus coal anyway. And then a bunch of this stuff. So all in all, I'm a bit disappointed about the iron, guys. I really have to say, because, you know, I need iron. Like there's no business, like it's nobody's business, right? So today, guys, anyway, let's get on with today's episode. Yeah, so we have this thing over here, which was really great when I started out this world, because in these here stairs you could hide water, and then when you press the button here, the stair would come up and drag the water with it, thus flushing the farm into hoppers that are underneath here. and the stuff would end up in my chests over here. Now that no longer works. It was a bug that I'm really sad that they fixed, actually. But what that means is that this area looks very nice, right? But it's not very good as a farm. Crikey. This thing is doing alright still, so that's good. So we need something else as a farm, right? We need something else for our crops, because we do use our crops here down here. To do some trades, guys, to do some trades. But I have these fellows over here. They're all brown coats, and they're fairly useless brown coats, if I remember correctly. So we are going to try and make some mini automatic wheat, carrot, potato, and beetroot farms, designed by Ike, my man Ike. Go and check him out. Go and check him out if you haven't done so. He has an awesome sense of redstone and stuff like that. And, well, I should say one more thing. The original farms that I'm going to make for wheat and beetroot, they were designed by Matsuma Games. But the two others, the potato and carrot farms, they were designed by my man Ike. So, yeah, let me get this started and we will see how it goes. What? Mate, don't be here. How do I get out of here now? Anyway, guys, we're here in the harbor, and this is like where I thought we would build it. And this is the plan. We're gonna have a little house here, right on the docks, really, right? And this is gonna be the entrance here. And there's not gonna be a clock here, but there is now. And this is like the layout. So these are the two bigger cells. I will explain them in a little bit, but I thought we could have a look at this one first. So in here, there's gonna be a brown coat. And he's going to harvest that thing and drop the wheat, and it's going to end up down here in this hopper minecart, right? That's the whole idea. And the to help him, we can, if we want to, put bone meal here in these dispensers that are behind here, and that'll just make it grow really quickly. And the reason he's going to drop his stuff is that he has a full inventory of seeds. Okay, that's that. That'll work for wheat, and it'll probably work for beetroot as well. And I don't really need a beetroot farm, but I want one. So we're going to do two of them cells. And this is the design that Matsuma Games originally did. Now when it comes to this one made by Ike, I will show you this right now. So this design is 5 by 3 rather than 3 by 3 like this one. And that's because we need to have 2 villagers in here. And the reason for that is that if you have a villager with carrots and potatoes, that is a farmer, and they have nobody to share their food with, they will after a while stop harvesting. And that's because their inventory is full of food. So they don't feel the need to harvest, okay? And so in this case, right, we're going to make the villager want to share his food with the villager over here. So this is going to be a brown coat over here. And over here, there's going to be a non-brown coat, or well, it can be any villager, but I'm going to probably use a non-brown coat, so like a nitwit or something like that. And so the villager, the brown coat, he's going to stand around here. He's going to harvest things like there's no tomorrow, and probably this thing needs to be turned around. And there's a trapdoor here, so he can't get into the other villager and muck things up. And then after a while he's gonna feel that, well, I have plenty of food here, guys, and this poor guy has nothing. So he's gonna start sharing food with this guy, and thus emptying his inventory, and thus, yeah, harvesting more, basically. And so that's the idea of that farm, and we're gonna have that one for potatoes and carrots, and this one for wheat and beets. That's it. So you know what, I need to have this clock underneath here somewhere, and I want it so that I can just switch these on and off, like all 4 of them at the same time, so I don't need to have an individual control for each one. And so it should be fairly straightforward to wire up and build these things up. And I don't have the bone meal to put in the dispensers, but that's fine. The farms do work, albeit slower, even without anything, because this stuff will grow. And that stuff will grow, and when it does, the villager will just harvest it, and it'll be like a normal farm, but slower. I will soon build a bone meal farm. Actually, I do probably have quite a bit bone meal in my mob farm, so we will try this out with bone meal. But anyway, guys, the hard part here is going to be getting the stupid villagers to come over here. Let's not even dwell on how long that took me, guys. Let's not even think about it, okay? But we have a villager there and a villager there, and in all of these pods there are now villagers. I've fed, or I've filled the inventory of all of them except this one. Just wanted to show you how you do it. You just take 8 stacks of whatever it is you want to fill the inventory with, and you throw it at them. And I think this guy wants potatoes because that's what he's going to plant, basically, guys. And so because his inventory is full, he's going to pick up things. He's going to not pick up things, but he also is going to be willing to share things with this dude. But hopefully it'll hit the trapdoor. You see it planted there, which is really nice. And if we look at the other guys, because they're also planting. This guy is the wheat guy, this guy has the beetroots, and this guy has the carrots. And actually I placed these minecarts underneath here as well. But I haven't really made a collection system for them yet, so they're behind here. Yeah, I don't want to show you because, yeah, I might break it. So these farms are actually now functional, right? I just need to make a collection system somewhere, and so on and so forth. As you can see here, by the way, the soul sand is what makes it so that the hopper minecarts can pick up things underneath here, and same with the tilled soil. It's always good for that sort of stuff. Yeah, obviously I want to build a building here, but I figured I have some other things I want to show you and do with the rest of this episode, guys. So we're going to go out to the monument and have a little look at some weirdness going on out there. So we are out here at the monument, and you remember last time I cleared out the entirety of the inside there on camera and everything, right? But look at this, guys. This is so strange, right? This is not good, and it's a bit of a problem for me, and I don't really know how to solve it out. First of all, there's water here. Every time I log on, there's water here, and then as you can see here, it's not quite cleared out anymore. This section here, this chunk, doesn't want to clear out. Okay, I can show you the borders, and you can see that it's one chunk like so. So we have a corrupt chunk in the middle of the temple here, and I don't have MC Edit for 1.13, so I don't know how to fix this. If you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments, guys, because this is driving me nuts. I've cleared it out 3 times now by hand, and every time I log out and back in again, it's back again. It's enough to make a grown man cry, honestly. But I have done one more thing, and that is I've been starting to think a little bit about what this is going to be like. And here we got an example, right? This is a yeah, it's a big window basically. It's utilizing the pillars that are already here, just because that's really cool, and it's also utilizing the stairs and slabs. And I'm dying a little bit here. Let me in. No, let me, thank you. Yeah, stairs and slabs and stuff like that. So I think that's a really good way to start with this. And that means, guys, that means that all this stuff underneath here is going to be part of the base as well, of this monument base. So what are we going to do out here today? Well, I'm going to leave this. I'm going to wait for your comments. We'll see what you say. If you have any help for me, please let me know. What I want to do is I want to take this thing, right, this platform we have here, and I want to wrap it around a bit like this. There's some weird water or light effects here as well, but anyway, and come down sort of to here-ish. And I want to basically make it so that we're starting to prepare now for the train track. That's what we're doing. Also, I've discovered this ruin here. I don't know if it has anything in it yet. Am I not supposed to gain bubbles back here? All that happens is that it stops. That might be a bug. Anyway, we want to incorporate that as well. So somewhere in between the ruin and the temple is where we want to have this thing go back. And when I say back, I mean all the way back to over there. Yep, but we're not going to do all of it today, but I want to start planning out a little bit where this thing can go, you know? So that's what I'm going to do for a little bit, and then I'll show you. Okay, let's have a look, guys. I have actually made quite a bit of progress. Hello there. Get out of my face. So we have this little simple design. I'm not sure about it, but let me know what you think in the comments. goes over here, goes up a couple of steps, and then it turns around here. So that's what it looks like. Let's have a look from a little bit far here. Yeah, see, I like that. Hello, little fella. What are you? Yeah, so I like that there's elevation changes. It's quite strict with straight corners and things like that, but that's just because that's how minecarts work. You can't sensitively make circles with minecarts. It'll just be complicated. And the idea is to have two lines of tracks here, so that I can go in both directions. Not that I would want to. It's a single player world, but it'll look better. Okay, so that's the idea with that. And that, my friends, is it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and leave a like, leave a comment, and do, guys, check out some other things on my channel as well if this is all you've ever seen by me. And I will see you next time. Bye!